Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's Theo again, and I'm here analyzing another one of my games in Heart of the Swarm Beta. So down here in the bottom right of Antigua Shipyard, you see I'm spawning as the red Protoss player, and up here in the top left we have Cupid of Clan Pink spawning as a blue Zerg player. I'll speed things up because nothing much of note happens early on. You see, I send out a scout pretty early because he is a random player, so I want to figure out what he is as soon as possible, and you can tell I don't know what he is yet, so I am dropping my first pylon on my base. This way I can wall off if he's Zerg, but I'll be on one base, and I'm not screwed fast forge expanding. But right about now I saw that Overlord, so I know he's Zerg, and I'm not really sure how I should react to this. See, I dropped my gateway, and I'm just scouting, making sure there's no pool. Everything seems about standard. He does get his pool now. So I drop my gateway, and eventually, right now I go and I drop a forge because I'm thinking I'm gonna fast forge expand, and then I drop another cybo, and then my pylon on the low ground. So you can tell I'm really off. The cybernetics core I shouldn't have gotten. The forge is decent because then I have one gate up here, and then the rest of my gates I can put down here. My cybernetics core I can put down here, still wall off. But I dropped the Nexus nevertheless. I'm pretty far behind him on the expansion, but that's alright. And yeah, so I start the slow process of eventually walling off my base, while in the meantime, he's actually getting an extremely fast lair. And since I'm so off with my build and what I'm doing, I have no way of scouting it unless I sent a probe in there, and the probe would probably get shut down by this queen. So I have no idea that this is coming. He's got a Nidus network and an infestation pit. And I've got 4 gates and +1 just about to finish. +1 actually finishing before my my warp gate technology. And you just saw he built a ton of lanes and is loading them all in the Nidus network. And you can look at the unit tab. I have a zealot and a mothership core, so I'm pretty much screwed. And I actually warp in 4 sentries up here. I shouldn't have warped those in because I would have. Actually, I did not know. Sound didn't go on yet, but that screwed me over. And so I wall off my base, basically say screw it, this is done. I warp in 4 stalkers so I can bring them up here, defend this off. A decent defense on my part. I mean, I am able to stop I'm screwed, but I'm not as screwed as I could be if the Zerglings got in my mineral line. See, I'm still ahead on workers, so I'm not that far behind. But he is on 2 base, which is never a good idea. So he tries to break down this wall and realizes it's not gonna work. But he's got swarm hosts on the way, and that definitely will work because 3 units beat units that don't cost anything always. Especially since locusts can shoot over the wall, so these stalkers, I should have pulled them out much sooner, but instead I lose all but 1. Meanwhile though, I'm in his base. I try to get this natural, try to fight out this, I get kind of cornered, and 3 units OP, I lose all my army except for the mothership core, which will eventually bring down this hatchery since I killed this queen. He has no anti-air. And right now I know it's just a matter of time before locusts overrun my base. So I'm kind of all in at this point. I warp in a ton more zealots, and I realize I need to make something happen. So right now I'm kind of banking on the fact that maybe he's spending too much and he doesn't have enough to re-expand. Because I go up and just straight down target. I kill these Zerglings. No, actually I just let him go. And I target down this lair, hoping that he doesn't have enough to expand and I can eventually win. But meanwhile, these locusts are still destroying my base, and I probably should have left earlier. I'm saving up for the 400 minerals, and I think about now I send a probe out might be the next wave of locusts to send the probe out. But I'm realizing that I cannot beat this. I need to get out of here. You see he expanded again, so he did have enough for more minerals. So yeah, here's the probe that I send out to expand up here. And then I get all my other probes out and see you later. Gonna go across the map, try to start over. You can see I'm actually, if I can get a hold on a base, I'm actually really far ahead in the worker count, which is always good, but he's got a huge advantage with those 11 swarm hosts. So I know most of his armies or all of his armies in my base, so I'm going back up to his base, kill this mutalisk, and I go up and snipe this hatchery once again, just hoping that I can delay him for as long as possible, hope that he doesn't have enough minerals to rebuild. And I get quite a bit of worker kills here. He's down to 7 workers to my 23 workers. I just need to somehow get an army. And he has not rebuilt his base, and he eventually becomes revealed, so I think that I am in a great spot because I don't realize he has enough to expand. Because he's spending too much time chasing down my pylons to worry about what I'm doing. Or to worry about my expansion, sorry. So he eventually figures out where I am. I do have enough minerals to expand again though, so I decided it's time to go. I should have, I don't think I canceled this. Should have canceled that gateway. You know, that would have been more minerals I can use to plant buildings around. And see, I see he hasn't expanded yet, so I'm thinking that I can win this, but then he rebuilds his base down in my main. And I realize about now that I'm not going to be able to do anything. I just try to wipe out as much as I can, but I really can't do, so I just GG out. So yeah, that was a pretty poor game on my part. I just, from the very beginning, I was off because against a random player that gets Zerg, I don't really know what I should do because I hate playing one base against Zerg. But it's really weird for me to like start gateway. I'm not really good at one gate expanding. So I tried to get the forge, and then for some reason I got my cybernetics core and without any gases, and it was just very, very ugly. I was really far behind, and then he 2-based all into me with swarm hosts zerglings. So kind of a build order win, kind of just, I mean, I feel like if he wasn't random I might have been able to scout better because I would have been more comfortable. But these are the type of things I need to learn how to deal with. So hopefully this game was semi-entertaining, watching me get my ass kicked. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below, tell me what you think. I'll respond to it, as long as you're not just trolling. And even if you are trolling, I'll probably respond to it, because I'm a troll too. And yeah, I hope I see you in the next game.